Welcome, Flow Getter. It's time to move with purpose and flow with ease. Starting in Savasana, bring your right knee to your chest and hug it close, and then cross it over your body for a gentle supine twist. Connecting to our breath here, I want you to inhale and exhale through your nose, trying to make contact with both shoulders on the mat. Bring that right knee back to your chest and then straighten it out. Switch to the left. So bring that left knee up, hug it close, and then cross it over your body. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose, easing into today's fitness flow. Bring that knee back to your chest and then straighten it out. You're going to reach both arms up overhead, straight to that back wall, and then do a little side bend stretch to the right. Take a big inhale, and then side bend a little bit more as you exhale. Inhale back to center. As you exhale, now move to the left, still reaching those arms to the back wall as you lean, feeling a nice stretch in your ribs, should really open you up. Back to center, going into some core, alternating hand to foot, opposite foot, that is. 10 reps. We're just coming up with our head right now. After 10 reps of alternating hand to foot, you're going to move into what we call a V sit-up. Yep, you got it. You're coming all the way up, so bringing that whole trunk up now. Takes a little work, but you can do it. Another set of 10, alternating. Maintain your breath. As you exhale, try and touch your toe. Inhale on the way down. Transitioning into a long sit. Keep both legs down, reach up towards the ceiling, hinge at your hips, touch your toes, then back down, curl your spine back down now. You may choose to add weight to this, so starting with weight overhead, push up to the ceiling, hinge at your hips, and then curl back down. Doing another set of 10. I really want you to think about exhaling as you come up, and then inhaling on the way down. If you can. A lot to think about here. So we should be getting close to that 10th rep. Ooh, even I'm starting to get a little tired, and this is just the beginning. Good. Put that weight down. We're going to transition into a seated pretzel position. So one leg out in front, the other one bent behind. We're going to do some hip opening, hip thrusts 5 times with your weight if you choose. Chest press out, then back down. So you squeeze up, really squeeze those glutes as you draw your belly button to your spine. Excellent. And then the last one, hold and rotate right and left 3 times each. Really squeezing those glutes still. Back down and switch legs. So switch out the front leg. And then 5 more hip thrusts up with a chest press. And again, on that 5th one, you're going to rotate right and left 3 times each. Really firing up that core or obliques with this rotation, and back down. Put your weight down if you choose, or not, and you can come into a Pilates squat. do that one more time, hands to prayer, open up. Now if you choose, you can do a bind or a half bind, or just keep your arms open if your shoulders don't have that mobility. Open up, back to prayer, and then open up to the other side, right hand up, left down, and bind if you choose. If not, that's cool. Good, moving back into center, hands into prayer. We're going to transition to a reverse tabletop position, and we're going to hip thrust it out. So don't let that booty touch. Hip thrust for a count of 10. Try and have ankles directly underneath your knees here, hands underneath your shoulders. Focus on alignment. And then we're going to transition to a side plank. Take your time here. This takes balance. You can also modify your side plank on your forearm or bring that bottom leg down. We're going to count for 10. And then safely transition back into reverse tabletop. We're going to move into some tricep dips with one leg up for a count of 10. Focusing on keeping your elbows close to your body, hugged together, and keeping your booty closer to your hands. Protect your shoulders. Foot back down, side plank on the other side. Take your time. Again, modify if you need for another 10-second hold. Focus on your breath here as you're holding. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Transition back to reverse tabletop, tricep dips. One more time with the opposite leg lifted for a count of 10. If this hurts your shoulder, feel free to do modified tricep push-ups instead. Awesome, and we're going to transition back to laying on our backs to the starting position and go through that series one more time. You got it, so bring those arms back overhead, alternating hand to foot touch, just lifting your head for a count of 10. This should be more familiar to you the second time around. And come all the way up now, bringing that torso off the mat. Sit up as you lift the leg. You can do it. Another count of 10. Focus on breathing and exhaling as you rise up. Exhale as you rise up. Grabbing that weight, adding some variation, coming into a long sit up. Now we're going to add a rotation right. Tap that weight and then curl, slowly lower back down, articulating the spine, roll up, rotate left. So adding a little variation from last time, getting into more of our obliques. Good, this is your second rep to the left. You're going to do 3 more on each side. Touch to the right, back down, curl up, rotate left. Probably starting to feel the heat a little bit more now. I know I am. Very good. Bring that weight back down, moving into our pretzel hip thrust. You choose whatever leg you want to start out in front. Holding that weight still. Squeeze those glutes, press your hips forward. Now we're going to do a shoulder press up. So press that weight up, overhead, 5 times. And on the 5th one, I want you to hold up in the air and then press for another 5 shoulder presses. Again, a little variation, that's okay. And then back down, switch whatever leg you had out in front to the other. 5 more hip thrusts up. I love this because it opens up your hips and it works your glutes at the same time. If this does not feel good on your knees, I would say let's pass. On the last one, hold up in the air, 5 more shoulder presses while holding. Awesome sauce. Coming back down, we're going to transition back into our Malasana squat. Malasana squat, yay! Good, and we're going to pulse it out for another count of 20, really pushing through those heels to lift your booty up. Again, modify to a standard size or level squat if you need, if this hurts your knees. And then on your last pulse, stand all the way up and jump squats. Again, modify with just squats if you need, doing a count of 10. Your recovery is coming, and here it is. So sit back down into Malasa, hands in prayer. Let's open up and stretch one more time. Probably feeling you can go a little bit further using switch, hands in prayer to the other side. Using that arm that's touching the ground to really anchor to open up a little bit more. Switch, hands in prayer. This time you may choose to bind with your rotation. If not, just hold it there. And switch, hands to prayer. Other side, one more time. Inhale, exhale through your nose, switch, hands to prayer, and transition into reverse tabletop. One more time, hip pulse it up. Adding some variation again after your last hip pulse. Moving into a side plank. This time you're going to bring knee to elbow. Like if you can, modify on your forearm or bring that bottom leg down. We're going to do 5 reps. Back to reverse tabletop. Now doing an alternating knee to hand touch in reverse tabletop. Yes, it's hard, so you got to think about it. Doing 5 touches each leg. This requires some coordination and makes you think, which you know I'm all about. Cool. Let's do side plank on the opposite side. Take your time transitioning into side plank. Modify if you need. Elbow to knee crunch 5 times. All right, back to reverse tabletop. Now you're gonna touch hand to foot in reverse tabletop, opposites. If you don't have that flexibility, just touch wherever you can on your leg, I don't care. Just give it a shot. You can do it. Going for 5 touches on each side. Good. Then you're gonna transition to laying back down on your back. Woo, time to cool down. Let's do a one-legged happy baby. So bring that left foot up, clasp the inner part of your arch, just squeeze it into your chest and focus on slowing down your breath, inhaling and exhaling through your nose, and then switch sides. Bring that right knee to your chest, grab the inner part of your arch and hug it close. Awesome job today, guys. Happy baby, both sides, and this is our closing final stretch, so enjoy it for as long as you may need. And when you're ready to zen out, you can transition into Savasana and just let go of all thoughts. Take a moment for yourself. You deserve it. Awesome job today. Can't wait to join you again on the mat with some new creative flows. Check us out and subscribe.